Hi guys, so I recently did an unboxing of sorts of the new collections that Spellbinders has brought out in November. Just a couple different collections, the Flower Market stencils and then the Kaleidoscope arches that I have here. I showed them all the different items in the last video. I'll link in the description box, but today we're going to jump right into it with the Kaleidoscope arches. So these items were sent free of charge for my review, and of course all opinions are my own, and any links I have in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission for your purchased items to those links. We have this beautiful like paisley background on this better press plate, these awesome arches, and then the kaleidoscope feel. So I didn't mention in the last video, you see how this one is a little more delicate in the arch here, and then this one has a little more thickness to it, so you can see through there, and this one has even more thickness. So this layer would go in the back, then this layer on the top, and then this layer on the very top, and you can layer it up that way. I suppose it can go half and half. Let me see how they design this. Yeah, it looks like half one side, half on the other. You know, you can play with it however you like. I think today, so these two, you know, the stencil is very much a background type thing. The better press plate is obviously in the background generally, because that's what you do. You press it on your paper and you go from there. So I think what I'll do today is I'll use the stencil, we'll use the dies, we'll do some stamping. In the next video, I'll follow up with a better press tutorial. So what I'm going to do is grab some paper, grab some papers for this. I think what I'll do, like I said, the stamping, so let's say thanks so much. So I'd stamp thanks, and then I can cut it out with this, and then so much, cut it out with this. They layer over each other here. You can also have a strip of words here, from me to you. Oh, maybe we'll do that to make it a little bit different. So you can do the little inlay of this one, but you can also stamp the words and then just cut it out, you know. For everything, so thanks so much for everything, thanks so much for me to you is what I think I'll do for that one. So let me grab some paper, some inks, background topper paper that we're going to stencil, and we'll get right to it. What I'll do is, let me grab this scrap of paper here, is we'll start with the stenciling, so I have that in the background, and I'm going to use this kind of coral peachy color. I think it'll look really lovely, and I'm going to put on that, and yeah, we'll just stencil that in. And I'm going to stencil it with a peachy color that I have that has kind of an orange tone to it, which I think will be really lovely. Just the colors here, just I'm inspired by that, like just kind of fresh and different. I was thinking about blues would be really nice with this. I'm kind of eyeballing, you know, I didn't even think about centering it, and that's pretty centered, so I'll go with that. I'm going to put tape on the outer portion of the stencil, and then we're going to go ahead and stencil. So let me move some of these things to the side. I'll be right back. So I'm just gonna take this little guy. Oh, you know what? I want this on here to hold this piece of paper down. And again, just playfully going in here and putting some pretty background. Now you guys know you can definitely run these stencils through with an embossing rubber mat through your machines, and it will give that impression on your paper, which would look really lovely, especially with this. You know, I'm doing a very soft whisper of color in the background. But then you'd have that texture also from the embossing, so just something to think about. This stencil is 6-inch square, but it's missing a 1/4 inch on the other side, so it helps you probably stencil a 5.5-inch square area. Of course, you can move the stencil around and keep going. So again, just doing a little something. Ooh, that's pretty. Yeah, a little bit more. Just being really playful about it, a little artsy about it. Okay. It's really pretty, just like a really soft background. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down to an A2 size card base, okay? And I'll be right back. Use a card base that's just going to be a fun color. So I brought it to my trimmer, and I just want to show you how I just cut it at 5.5 inches. And it was actually a scrap of paper that I had made little pumpkins on for Halloween. And in the other direction, so that's 5.5 inches, already 8.5 of course. I'll go to 4 1/4, and since we have this guy, let's get the cutting little hand there out of the way. And so we just scored it, and now I can just fold it. I just want to tell you, it depends on the paper you're using. This thing scores so nicely, like it just boop, pops right over. I'm still going to give it a little bit of this. And there you go. Card made super easy on here. Okay, I'm just gonna glue that there, and I'll be right back. Super bright card base, really fun. I'm gonna go ahead and stamp my wording on some white cardstock, and just in case, I'm gonna go ahead and put it on a precision platform. Tape that guy and tape this guy. I want it to be nice and stark. So we have happy birthday, or thanks so much, or just the little flowers. You can also do that. Again, in the other video I talked about how it has the stitching, so it's the stitch kaleidoscope there. Oh, we want to give ourselves some room because when we cut this, it needs a little extra here. I suppose you only need it for one of them since you're overlapping it, but there's that guy and this guy. They don't have to be cut at the same time, but I just have them on here. So we have room there, and we have room here. Okay. Or stamped at the same time. Oh, hello. Let's put that back on there. Okay. And these are photopolymer stamps. That's why it was sticky. That's why I pulled up the paper. So it has a dispersion layer before you know, the first time you use it, it's on there. So you can just kind of rub your ink, or use some alcohol to kind of wipe it down. Again, nice pressure. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Let me give it one more time just to get it really nice and deep. With that. Okay, I'm gonna clean these off, let that dry, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so like I had shown you before when I was looking at these guys, the kaleidoscope portion, it looks like they did half and half. So if you really line that up. So for each half, I'm gonna do 2 of these. So I'm gonna cut 4 of these out in just a minute. But these guys, I'm just eyeballing this, and you know, I'm kind of giving the same amount of space at the top that I see kind of down here, and I think that's going to be really good. So there you go, and I'll do the same thing with the so much. Let me just stick that down. I know I like to recycle my little tape, and that one has some stuff stuck to it, but there we go. So we'll do that. And then with these guys, so that's going to be white, and that's the thinnest area. So then, you know, something's going to be in the very background, and then something's going to be like in the middle ground. So I think for the very background, we'll do this. So 4 of this in like a yellowish orange color, and then 4 of this kind of coral color, okay? Of the mid-size, the one that has a little more detail, but not as much as, you know, that top portion, and less than, or a little more than this guy, sorry. Okay, I'll run those through and I'll be right back. I have these pieces, so again, it looks like it's going to be 2 and 2, you know, on each side. So what I'm going to do is glue these guys together. So this is the medium, or the middle, should I say, piece to like these guys. Oh, you know what? This glue was giving me a little problem earlier. Now that I need it to be very delicate, I don't want it to get all over the place. Let me try to clear that. You know what I'll do? That's what we should do. A little something on the back of this, and then pair it up with this one. And those 2 are going to get stuck down behind here. Look at that, it's just a delicate little color in the back. I love it. Okay, so I'm going to pair these guys together, and I'll be right back. A little more of this, and I'll just do the same thing for these guys. So if I come around here, putting that on there, start at the end there just so I can see if it meets up in the middle or if it just kind of comes around. That is so pretty. It reminds me of like a little turkey. And then this one, let's see. I wanted to see if they meet up. So they do. Once I have this one down, it does meet up behind the middle one. Okay, so if you want to put more glue back in there, you can definitely do that. I'll do the same thing for this guy. So I am going to run this through the from me to you, and I'm trying to think. Do I want to use, maybe I'll run it through the pinky paper. Let's see. That coral color, so lovely. So just like this, and if it pokes all the way through, that a white piece of paper behind it would help. I will also run this guy through just a piece of white paper. So for now, I'm gonna run that one through. It looks like it's the kind of lettering that pokes all the way through, so I think it would help. I was thinking actually about using gold, but okay, we're gonna go with this. And I'll be right back. I might, you know what? All right, fine, I changed my mind. Let's run it through this gold paper. Okay. So I'm gonna run it there. I forgot that's what I had in mind. Okay, I'll run that through and I'll be right back. Like this, and it definitely will show the white through there. So we can back it up with a white piece or just kind of do this thing. So that's what I'm going to do. I wanted to see how thick this was, like if I put it here. So what I'm going to do is put a little blue here. I'm going to stick those two together. And then we'll pop that over the top. So thanks so much. I'm just eyeballing how that might look. And then if this little guy is on here, that's what we'll do right there. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, and I'm gonna glue that down because this whole thing I think will pop up. So let's just put glue wherever it'll take it. I'm gonna hold that down. So it's nice and centered, and I'll be right back. I went ahead and put dimensionals in the back of that. So, you know, if we wanted to, we can even do it this way, but I was planning on doing like this. So I'm just eyeballing where I want to place that. Hopefully I have it just about right. So pretty. I mean, look how dainty and delicate and cute that is. I was kind of thinking about running these guys through and add some blue just to add some little leaves, but I think I really like the peaches and corals, and I'm going to keep it just like this. So thanks for watching, guys. Keep an eye out. I have some other tutorials coming out for the Kaleidoscope arch, because I have a few pieces I would still like to play with, the better press and all those kinds of things. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll have images coming up. I'll have the links in the description box, and I'll see you all at the next one. Bye now.